Most of the advice that you get online is from youngsters or fitness professionals, bodybuilders who have endless time and money to spend on their body and physique. Something that I and probably you don't have. What I'm going to be doing today is laying out the exact guide to how to maximize your health and training without spending even a fraction of the time that a lot of us used to do when we were younger. So we're gonna start off with workout. So the main thing here is to get as much as possible out of as little time spent in the gym as possible. Let's say we do 3 days a week times 30 minutes. Now that sounds like nothing to a lot of you. You can do whatever you want. You can do 2 times 1 hour, whatever works for you and your schedule. The main thing here is to focus on compound movements. So what are compound movements? Most of you probably know, but it's things like squats, bench press, shoulder press, deadlifts, etc. So what I always do then is I do supersets. Now you can call it supersets, monster sets, compound sets, whatever you want to call it, but the main point here is that when you do one compound movement, you're not resting for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes like a lot of the power lifters do. You are as quickly as possible moving to the next exercise. So if we're doing, for example, 20 sets on a workout in 30 minutes, then we would want to be spending no more than 1.5 minutes from one exercise to the next. 20 different sets on 1.5 minutes between each exercise. You're going to be able to complete 20 sets in half an hour. We're going to be doing a 6 to 12 repetitions. So this is the ideal rep range in my experience. You can experiment with your own range if you want. But let's give an example of how this would work in a workout of 30 minutes then. So on day 1, we focus on the first exercise, superset being a back plus triceps. And we do that times 4 rounds. And then the next superset could be chest plus biceps plus shoulders. And that's also 4 sets. So this means that you do a back exercise, and ideally you want to do something like a pull-up, and then you go straight to a tricep exercise like a skull crusher, and then on the next one you do chest plus biceps plus shoulders. So it's a triple set, and you do that triple set 4 times. And it might be a little uncomfortable in the beginning to do it this way, but after a few sessions you'll get the hang of it, and it's the key thing to spend less time in the gym. Next up is diet and nutrition. All the nutritional science in the world, and nobody can argue with this, is that the healthiest thing is to eat as much real whole foods as possible and as little processed foods as possible. Anything that is not made in a factory, essentially. So you want to make whole food meals that you can share with the whole family or your partner, so that you don't need to spend extra time and effort trying to figure out what to eat for yourself separately from everyone else. That's just not a practical solution at all. So you may be saying, what about protein? We need protein to be able to achieve this. So protein is going to be a very important topic, because this is pretty much what everyone in fitness talks about constantly. So you probably heard the typical recommendations of 1 gram per pound of body weight. And from personal experience, having eaten a plant-based diet for 6 years of my life with way less protein than most people, I know for a fact that the protein hypothesis is not correct. So this is why I wouldn't worry too much about protein. You will be saving a lot of time not having to worry about it, because you don't have to make a lot of, extra meals or different meals to your family that have more protein, and also you'll save a lot of money. What you could do instead is, for example, if you're doing a meal for the whole family and you feel like you should have more protein for whatever reason, then you could just have a couple of extra boiled eggs or something, or a scoop of protein powder on the side. It doesn't mean that you have to change the whole meal to suit your protein needs. you can add a bit of extra protein on the side or after the meal, in between meals or something like that. I also wouldn't worry about macros in terms of the carbohydrate fat to protein ratio so much, and I would worry more about micros. So are you getting enough of the vitamins, the minerals, etc.? It's going to be much more important than focusing on are you getting enough protein. And as long as you're eating a varied diet, it's kind of already covered. So when you're focusing on the micronutrients, you're focusing on whole foods, you're automatically going to be a lot more healthy, and you're automatically, even without worrying too much about the calories, your body composition is going to improve a lot. So you want to make sure that you're eating until you're full. Because the main pitfall a lot of my clients in the past fall into, and many people experience this, is eating way too little. They're starving, their mood drops, their energy level drops, which makes the workouts harder, which makes life more difficult. It makes you a miserable person to be around, which is not good for your relationship. So definitely don't eat too little. Eat as much as you want until you're satiated and you're full. So another thing that you can do to save time is very obvious, and that is to meal prep. So you set aside one day of the week, maybe on a Sunday night, start cooking in batches. So you do one big stew for a couple days, maybe even up to 5 days. And you have at least one meal that you can give to your family and to yourself that is guaranteed to give you a lot of nutrients, satiation, and health. Now we go to the fun part, the secret sauce. They might be the ones that are even more important than the diet and the workout. It doesn't help eating correctly and healthily and training your body if we don't look after our mind and our hormonal health. Stress kills muscle growth, stress kills recovery, it kills everything. It just makes the workouts bad. So how to avoid stress? It's very individual, but I want to share a tool that I've shared before many times on this channel, and that is a tool that removes stress momentarily and brings you back to a feeling of focus, a feeling of, presence, a feeling of being in tune with your body, and that is breath work. This is extremely low effort. It doesn't require a lot of time. Sitting down, closing your eyes, being alone somewhere and doing breath work is going to make you forget all these stressful thoughts that you have, the negativity. It's going to bring you back into the present moment where everything is neutral and peaceful. And when we bring ourselves back to that peaceful state, we can more logically think about our situation, our game plan, our tasks, and we can try to reset our brain and try to avoid getting back into that negative mood. Another very important tool that I don't hear people talk about is play. To be healthy and fit as a parent, as a very busy person, you have to have fun. If we are parents and we have children, we have one of the easiest, best hacks to increase our activity level and have fun at the same time doing so, which is involving your kids in the cooking, involving your kids in the workouts sometimes, especially if you're doing workouts outside of the gym, running, playing football or something. And if your children are small, like toddlers, I have toddlers, and playing around with them in the garden, exploring the world through their eyes, just forgetting that you're an adult and going back into your child self and crouch around, run around, climb trees or whatever, look for bugs with them in the garden. And these kids have a lot of energy, so if you're mimicking their movements and playing along with them, you're going to be burning calories, you're going to stay active, your metabolism is going to benefit, and at the same time as you're in that zone of play and having fun, you're forgetting all those things that make you stressed in day-to-day life. And that kind of comes to the final point, which is purpose. Why are you doing all of this in the first place? And for me, and for a lot of you, it goes back to the children and our family. Why are we eating healthy? Why are we going to the gym and lifting heavy, if you can connect and make sure that your actions all promote and help with achieving what you believe is your purpose in life and your main values in life, then these things become a lot easier. So as a dad, I want to make sure that I'm around for a very long time and physically capable of doing things with my kids until they're in their teens and in their adult years. And so doing strength training and making sure that my body is strong is going to be important for that. And so even though I'm minimizing as much as possible the time, to cut all of it out would actually go against my biggest values of being there as a father and teaching them different things and being active with them throughout life. There's endless more nuance to this and endless different tactics, ways of working out, ways of eating that we can go into the minutiae of, but these are the main principles that are the foundation of health and longevity. Click the like button if you enjoyed this video, share this with someone who might find this information useful, and stay tuned for more coming. Peace out.